Eighth graders, if I can get you guys to start making your way to your seats. Eighth grade.
wore my vest. I haven't been able to fit in my vest since I can barely fit in. It got fit perfectly for me, but like I dropped to 165 because I was allergic to it. So I was like sick for a year. I loved it, but I was sick on and off and on. I had to do really? Anyway, so like yeah, I put it on this morning and I didn't run it. I was in my car driving up here and I put my tie on, the light, and then I supposed to start putting it on. And I'm like, this is going to be snow. Oh, yes. I went, it was fun. I went to warehouse and stuff. They made shoes. And I had a liquid suit. That's what it cost, but it, like, it was like $300. Nothing. But the materials are and I want to cover it. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah. I'm wearing cap again. Yeah. And then everyone. And so I was like, I'll wear it. Sure. Honestly, I thought about it. Because I have it. I got dry fit. That vest never got dry fit. It's not. Sick fit. Peace. I think the superintendent is sure.
So we'll leave it there just in case. Are you guys getting me over there on the live feed? Calvin, Miguel? You guys getting me over there? Just making sure. Okay. All right. Good evening, family, friends, and students. I am Mr. Bates. I am the school principal. Before we begin our 8th grade promotion, I'd invite everybody to please stand while we say the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. All right, 8th grade. Sit down. I'd like to welcome you all out here tonight for our 8th grade promotion for our graduating class of 2028. Yes. As I look out at your students, I'm very happy as I went through what this ceremony would look like with them earlier this afternoon. And I said, if there's one thing, guys, please make sure you dress up, because you're here not for you, because more than half of them would choose to not be here if you gave them that option, right? They're here for you guys. So really quick before we start, 8th grade, please give a round of applause to those out here supporting you. This 8th grade class, I'm saying that, there's a reason. There's a reason why I say that. This 8th grade class represents a lot to me. Last year was my first year as principal on this site. I have been here since the first graduating class from Hellendale Secondary School as it was built here. And for a brief moment, I was over at the district office. I came back here last year as my first year as principal. And so this class is one that I'm going to hold near and dear to my heart. God willing, 4 years from now, I'm going to be the principal that graduates them, and they will be the first class that I will have had for 6 years total. And I look forward to that. In many ways, that means that this class represents a milestone for me, another chapter in my life where I get to see something through to completion. And that's what this is to you guys. This 8th grade promotion is a milestone, one that signifies another step towards adulthood and towards a new chapter in your life. Once you leave here on Thursday, you move on to high school. You move on to grades 9 through 12. Each time you move on a grade through your public education, we levy on you more responsibilities for you to shoulder. In elementary school, you had the gift of one teacher every year, somebody that you could learn to trust, somebody that housed you for 7 hours a day, so that way you could learn from them. Once you've graduated to middle school, you moved on. Now you had different subject matters. Your teachers have become more specialized. The expectations and standards for your curriculum have increased. The expectations and demands of you and your parents have increased. Once you leave here today, you move on to another step where we, as a family, hopefully start to be able to support you towards one of the final chapters of childhood in your life. Childhood is an exceptional time. It is one where you are given the opportunity to learn without risk. We afford you that opportunity by taking you into our classrooms and teaching you the subject matters as we see them, as we love them, as we educate you, and as we love you. It is our sincere hope that you take the opportunities that those here in the audience and our staff members present have afforded you. Take advantage of us. Take advantage of our support. Take advantage of our knowledge. We are so proud of you this evening as you move on to that next milestone in your life. Right now, I'm going to take an opportunity to call out 8 students. These students have gone above and beyond in subject matter, in citizenship, and in athletics to prove that they are a force to be reckoned with. These students were chosen by the staff and are going to be recognized here tonight. Mr. Bird? And he chose the farthest seat from the podium. It's okay. Eighth graders, when I call your name, please come up and receive your award. In mathematics, Sienna Banks. You gotta turn. We're not walking yet. You gotta get that photo up. All right. Go ahead and return to your seat, please. In English Language Arts, Natalia Aceves. I love the look on their face. They didn't know this was happening. In Science, Cole Noble. For excellence in history, Haley Moen. For citizenship, Jonathan Guerrero. Hate to make her after she just sat down, but in citizenship as well, Haley Moen. For excellence in athletics, Maximo Danzig. And one more time, for excellence in athletics, Haley Moen. She's an athlete. She spent a little less time each time. So I'm not boots and ground. I'm not in the trenches. I'm not seeing all of these students every day. But to represent our faculty and that teacher who does, I'd like to turn the stand over to Mr. Michael Jorgensen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and future ninth graders. I'm Mr. Jorgensen. You know me as your student's history teacher and also the teacher that's most likely to send an email about a cell phone. Today, I'd like to speak to you and mostly to the eighth graders, middle school grads. For my speech, I almost decided to include as many Taylor Swift references as possible, given that we are never, ever going to get back together again. I even thought about rewarding the student who was able to count how many references that are going to be in the speech. This being a blank space and all, and also a chance for me to speak now. But then I decided to keep it simple and to give my final piece of advice for you, some of you who I've had for 2 years. Before you treat it like a cruel summer and shake it all off. Life has many ups and downs, surprises that may make you jump and then fall. For some, surprises can be finding out about a test, which was posted in Aries since August, and Google Classroom for the last month, on the board for the last week, and the teacher has told you every day. For me, that test is karma for the unprepared. Or it can be a surprise like being asked to give a speech at an eighth grade promotion the night before by the man. A teacher might say, don't blame me. One was avoidable, the other one's predictable. And therefore that speaker might have been preparing and begun preparing last week, for he knew all too well what might happen. Sometimes in life, you just need to calm down. So my first piece of advice is be proactive at protecting yourself from the problems and be prepared for the unexpected. My next piece of advice, to not be afraid to stand out and to be unusual. If you fail, go out in style. Or with Riz, as you guys would say. This year, the eighth grade teachers and I created something called the Amazing Race. Participating students received a task to complete. in a classroom, after which they were given a clue to a delicate geocache container somewhere in Silver Lakes. And they would find another clue once they got to there, if they found that geocache. And that would lead them to the classroom and so forth and so on until they had found 3 geocaches and completed 3 tasks. In my wildest dreams, did I ever think anybody and everybody would be interested in this race? No, I couldn't have known until I tried. So there I was, a day before daylight, at 5:20, swimming in South Lake, in water cold enough that there might have been snow on the beach. Seriously, that water felt like death by 1,000 cuts. I could barely tolerate it. It was there that I hid the final geocache. What I was doing was abnormal. It was different. I had nothing to gain from it. And yet there I was. You can't be afraid to be different or to try things that other people will and won't do. Doing what others do, only going as far as they go, leads to an average life. Being the exact same as everybody else. It leads to being average, earning an average income, living an average life. If you want to be above average, you have to go farther and do more than everybody else. My third lesson, a leader is not normal. A GOAT is not average. Jordan didn't become the GOAT by applying the same amount of effort as everybody else. He tried to win no matter if anybody cared. He cared, and it mattered to him. Kobe didn't become one of the best by practicing the same amount as others. That's Kobe Bryant. He was on the court before everybody else and with all those players who weren't as good as he was. And when they had left, he was still there, even though they had gone to party in the club and have a good time. He stayed on the court, even though he was the best player in his day. To be the best, you have to put more time, you have to work harder, more intelligently than everybody else. As Dave Ramsey said, you need to live like nobody else wants to now, so that later you can live like nobody else can. Put another way, you need to live like nobody else wants to today, so that tomorrow you can live like nobody else can. Everybody wants to be a beast until they find out what a beast has to do to get there. Students of the 8th grade, you're on your own, kid. Choose your own adventure. Create your own love song. The end game of a missed practice for an hour of fun, not doing homework so you can play a game, these don't lead to a successful life. Protect yourself by anticipating the problem and getting ready for it. Be above average by doing what others won't. And third, and finally, don't be afraid to be unusual or different, for it is by being different from the average that you succeed in life.
So tomorrow in class, does somebody already have an answer for how many references he made to Taylor Swift? You think? All right. Well, all right. I'm sure one of those is hopefully the right answer. Did you get somebody correct? Or? Up. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So if I could ask at this moment in time for Mr. Bird and Ms. Berghoff, as we present our promotion certificates to our students. Mr. Benka, if you wouldn't mind standing here and greeting them as they leave. Mr. Benka, our superintendent, is here as well to support us. He's also going to serve a dual purpose of slowing them down just ever so slightly for another photo op they're not ready for as they exit the stage. Parents, may I start to introduce the graduating class of 2028. Brooklyn Allen. Ethan Arana. Matthew Baltieres Monroe. Deanna David. Jeremiah Benbo.
Ethan, go. Miranda Cordova. Layla Cossack. Jocelyn Cruz.
Good job, Josh.
Maximo Jansen.
Good job, Max.
Kylie Donovan.
Good job, Kylie.
Manuel Espinosa. Presley Esquivel.
Good job, Preston.
Robert Reed.
Good job, Robert.
Olivia Garcia. Allison Geronimo Logan.
Good job, Alex.
Enrique Norola.
Congrats.
Evan Henson.
Good job, Evan.
Gabriela Hill.
Good job, Gabriel.
David Izquierdo. Sunshine
Yeah,
Johnson Boulevard.
Good job, Sunshine.
Eva Heath.
Good job, Eva.
Jackson Pratt. Addison Lang. Gwen
Good job,
Lascano.
Addison.
Maya Madrigal.
Good job, Maya.
Thank you, Mr. Jordan.
Natalie Mata.
Good job, Natalie.
Haley Moe.
Good job, Haley.
Maria Elena Montoya. Lily Montefort.
Good job,
Cole Noble.
Good job, Cole.
Cohen Orozco.
Nice job, Cole.
Ariana Hodge.
Good job.
Cameron Pryor.
Good job, CJ.
Erica Teresa Reyes. Taylor
Good job,
Reynolds.
Erica.
Rain Rogers.
Good job, Amy.
Jose Romero Rivera.
Good job, Jose.
Justin Rubel.
Good job, Justin. Andrew.
Jace Ruiz.
Good job, Jason.
Angel Salgado.
Good job, Angel.
Maria Salguero.
Good job, Maria.
Isabella Sanchez.
Bella?
Isabella Smith.
Good job, Bella.
Caleb Sebo.
Good job, Caleb.
Reagan Stevens. Landon Story.
I mixed a bed.
Good job, Landon. Tallulah Tillett. Jesus Torres. Evan Trevino. Maria Wall.
Good job, Mariah. I know you.
Hayden Washburn.
Good job, Aiden.
And Lillian Ebo.
Thank you. One brief final message before you go. The next 4 years at this moment in your life seem ginormous. They seem long. If somebody were to ask you for a 5-year plan, that is 1 year outside of high school, and I'm sure it would stump most of you. There's still some adults in this audience where you ask them what their 5-year plan is right now, it would stump them as well. Enjoy your summer, and I'm excited to see you come back as freshmen for the class of 2028. Congratulations, 8th graders. That concludes our evening. Feel free to take photos, hang out for a little bit, but you are dismissed, children.